Melanie, thank you for taking the time to speak with us during this difficult time for you and your family. We really do appreciate it.
Good morning, Melanie.
Good morning, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. And it's been a while. And before we proceed with the interview, I just want to thank you for coming on this show. I mean, going back to last year in October, November, and we just feel really um, close to this case because you again had come on, numerous times and pleaded for information on the location of Michael, the whereabouts, for any information that people may have had. And just kind of seeing all of the details that have come out, it just kind of puts the context of our conversations back then in just a really tragic light. And so, to echo what Sabrina said, I definitely appreciate you coming on, and we know that. I mean, God, it's an understatement to talk about how difficult this time has been for you.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you again, Melanie. And we'll just go ahead and get right into it. And we want to start here, I guess, with your reaction to the recent arrests that have been made in this case.
Um, I just want everyone to know that I'm feeling overwhelmed with the immense amount of sadness and loss that I feel towards my son Michael's life. Um, that's my reaction right now when it comes to what's happening.
I know that you have been in communication constantly with the Guam Police Department off and on over the past year. And so, really, what is your reaction and response to the work that the Guam Police Department has put in to this case?
I'm extremely grateful, and I'm confident in the Guam Police Department and the Office of the Attorney General's Office and the collaborative work that they've done so far. The care, the time, the effort, with the resources that they have put into my son Michael's case. At this stage, when arrests have been made, and GPD reassured me that they are still working to find Michael's remains, his body, it all gives me a tremendous level of comfort and gratitude. Because of their work, I feel like my grief matters. The loss of my son Michael's life, it matters. That they understand that Michael was the victim, and that his death was caused by the actions of another. No matter what, that is the central fact. And if GPD and the Office of the Attorney General, I hope that they continue until they get 100% clarity in the murder of my son. And I hope that, I understand, and I hope that the community will extend that understanding and patience with the hard work and the sacrifice they're putting into doing their job.
Melanie, I know that there's been a lot of details that have come out in this case, and the social media comments, posting, whatnot. And I know that this has been a very trying time for you.
Yeah.
But if you could
Yeah.
share with our audience just how difficult this has been.
I definitely feel the pain and the loss of my son Michael every single day. It's not a pain of loss you can control. The timeline for grieving and healing will probably go on the rest of my life. I know what is clear to me is my son Michael, he hasn't come home since the morning of October 30th, 2020. I deal with that reality every day. That I'm not going to be seeing my son Michael alive again. Michael's not going to be able to pursue joining the military. The conversation that we had the week he went missing after he saw a recruiter and he was informed of the requirements to enlist. He was setting in motion, I feel like the next milestone in his life. And I cried tears of joy of that news when he told me about it. Michael also has an 8-year-old daughter, thinking about all her milestones without her dad moving forward in her life. Michael won't be a part of anything of the things that we were planning. He was planning. He's not going to be able to see any of that. And I can really go on and give you so many more examples, but that's just a few, and the magnitude of pain, and loss that I feel as his mother is just, it's enormous, extremely enormous loss.
Melanie, I don't know if you can share with us the name of Michael's daughter. Can you share Michael's daughter's name with us, Melanie?
Her name's Serenity.
Okay. I know that we've had a couple arrests in this case, very big arrests, and the chief of police, the attorney general, all indicate that even with those arrests, this investigation is still ongoing, and that we could see more arrests, more information to come out. That being said, what's your message, Melanie, as the mother of Michael, going out to anyone who has been involved with this case?
My message is to them, I really want them to feel the magnitude of pain that they've caused me, my family. My life feels like a video recording. I live every day with the playback to the moment when I remember Michael being alive. Those are the only memories I will have of my son Michael as I try to move forward in my life. The magnitude of the actions by others in this case, I have to live with that reality every single day for the rest of my life. And so does his daughter, and so does everyone that knew him, that cared about him, that loved him. Because, Michael's life, he did matter to us. He mattered to all the people that knew him, that loved him, that cared about him, that wanted to see him live a successful life, to live out life. It's a lot, for our family. And as I said, we will continue to live out this grief of the loss, the loss of Michael's life.
I gotta ask, how are you getting through this? How are you getting through this? Because
how am I getting through it?
Yeah, it just seems so hard.
God, that's it's just that I do get help through therapy. I have a good support, family support, but as a mother, it's just like you don't really feel like you're really getting through it yet. I don't really feel like I'm getting through it yet. GPD reassuring me that they're still working, hard to find Michael's remains in his body. That's what gets me through it. Just knowing that they still care. They still care to find him and help me to work towards a little bit of closure, because I know I need to at some point do that, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet where closure can happen yet. But I have a lot of hope for soon and one day. Hopefully, I get that. You know.
Well, Melanie, we know that you're far from closure, and that's why we definitely want to thank you for coming on the show and sharing these messages with us, especially during this trying and difficult time. And as we inch closer to the trial, I'm sure there's going to be more information, disturbing, unsettling information. So again, our hearts and prayers are with you and your family, Melanie.
Yes. I just want to thank all of you also there at KUM family. Thank you so much for showing me support and care. You know, I really, really appreciate it. That really helps and provides me and my family comfort, you know, that you guys reach out to us and you guys show your human side of this, you know, that you care, you know, that you care about Michael's life, you know, and you care about his family, you care about getting to the truth, you know. Thank you so much.
God bless you and your family, Melanie.
God bless you all too. Thank you.
Thank you. Melanie Guerrero there, the mother of murder victim Michael Castro, right here on the link at 907. Sabrina?
No, that's, you know, our prayers continue to go out to her and her family. She's, like she said, you know, she's still, you know, going through all of this. Is just so much emotion. And, you know, the magnitude of what's happening. She's grateful for GPD because them continuing to investigate, you know, shows that they care and that Michael's life mattered.
Right.
And it's still a long road to go with the trials that will get underway. And this is something that, of course, we will continue to follow.
And just thank her really for some of those positive things about Michael, because a lot of the details coming out of this case are, like I said, very disturbing. And as Michael's mother, I'm sure that she wants us to know that, you know, he was trying to do things with his life, that he leaves behind an 8-year-old daughter who won't ever see her daddy alive again. And I think it's important that we remember that side of this issue. It's 9:08. We're going to take a quick break, and there were 23 positive cases of the coronavirus reported yesterday. 20 what?
Out of 606 centers.
Right, yeah. And so we're getting the Chief Public Health Officer for the Territory of Guam, Chima Mbakwem, coming up next, right here on the link, which is brought